Bop! Howdy, hey, this is Frakbox, and I'm here with Omegawolf.
Riveting gameplay, 10 out of 10 IGN. Not enough water.
Not enough water. We're
still waiting.
So for those of you who don't know, you have to sit underneath this place
for 3 real-world minutes.
Yep. I think it's been more than 3 minutes though. Because we've been waiting. So, are you sure we're in the right place though?
Yes, the little dots.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember that. So,
gosh darn it.
We're just waiting.
What, do I have to talk to the Saturn?
Do you?
Maybe.
Who are you talking to? No problem here. Dots.
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to that Saturn.
Okay. So we're gonna figure out what is up. And
nope.
Or not. Why don't I look it up? Let's look it up using the power of technology.
But yeah, I know
how to get past waterfall in EarthBound.
That's a sentence. How to get past the waterfall.
So according to this, there's a Mr. Saturn in Saturn Valley that mentions the fact they have to wait 3 minutes. If you don't talk to him, then waiting 3 minutes won't work. Even if you're doing everything else correctly. Did we talk to him?
No. That's dumb.
You didn't talk to him. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Because I don't need to talk to everyone.
You have to talk to the Mr. Saturn. So if you did talk to the Mr. Saturn already, then make sure that you're waiting 3 minutes after you've been told to say the password by someone behind the waterfall. Also, be sure not to
say the password.
Yeah. So also be sure not to push anything during those 3 minutes, especially if you even move slightly. The timer will reset. That's so ridiculous. Do you know which one it is?
It's one of these. Base secret.
Great.
Base behind Grapefruit Falls. Password I tell.
Della man say password.
Then stand still. Wait for 3 minutes.
We got the secret spooky tone. Appropriate since it's still the spooky month when we're recording this. Speaking of which, make sure to check out our Let's Play of Left 4 Dead 2.
It was not pleasant.
So the episode that posted...
died.
Episode 4 is hilarious. Did you watch episode 4 at least?
Yes.
Did you like my edit?
Why did you purposely misspell all of those?
I did, yes. Well, so the first one is spelled correctly, so first attempt is spelled correctly. Then the second attempt is spelled like 2-R-T-H.
As in like third.
So it's like...
It's
like Surth. It's like Surth attempt. And then the next one is like Thurned. Thurned.
But so that katana was what got me through that that mob.
Yeah, I think so. The problem is I didn't really have anything that was really good for crowd control. I mean, the shotgun was great, but I had to keep reloading it.
Yeah.
So, switching to the melee weapon helped me like crowd control the zombies a little bit better. And then I stuck closer to my teammates, which helped them be able to.
Yeah. I'm not a team player at all.
Yeah. I like Left 4 Dead 2 a lot. It's just that not a whole lot of people actually like playing Left 4 Dead 2 anymore because it came out in 2009.
Nope.
Whoa!
You are way too eager.
Hippity hoppity, get off my property, frog.
I don't like dealing with the armored frogs.
Yeah.
Because they tank physical hits.
Yeah.
So
you have to use special attack on them?
You have to special
That's
attack.
An alligator.
With a whole bunch of ants.
Whoa, that is a strong alligator. It's like if Tigger were an alligator. You know, if
I'm Krigger.
What?
Is that a bad word?
Okay, we're stepping on dangerous territory here.
Is that a bad word? We can
easily mispronounce a word here, so let's...
I'm not trying to say anything bad. I'm trying to change the T in Tigger to C.
Don't.
And R.
Don't. It's too dangerous. I don't... Just don't even.
I don't curse.
Yeah. Oh, so, yeah. So I
don't curse, so
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
you know what's funny is I could actually count on one hand how many curse words I'd used up until I was 19. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. And then like after that, I just didn't care. Well, it was more that like I didn't have to censor myself anymore because I didn't have to pretend I was somebody that I wasn't. So.
But the thing is, just like, while I'm just out and about,
Say the password.
I just hear people saying just like the F word every other word.
Yeah.
It's like, that's excessive.
Yeah. So I mean, I actually get bothered a little bit by excessive cursing as well. The way that I use cursing is more for like emphasis and more like when
You're angered.
or yeah, I mean, because sometimes it's funnier to like use like what I call like a G-rated cuss word, like oh my golly, things like, or like you could think of examples like son of a bee sting, it's funnier to do that, but like there's
Son of a Ratzenberger.
but what's funny is have you ever seen the movie
Shadow the Hedgehog and
no, that was the
trying
opposite of
trying hard to be T-rated.
damn, not here. Did you see that image I shared where if Shadow the Hedgehog were added to Smash and Kirby were to take his power, you press B to say damn. I think TruBluBlur actually shared that with me.
It would stun everyone in the area.
Just a T rating would pop up above Kirby. But no, the thing I was going to mention was Blazing Saddles. That movie is so ridiculously not politically correct and so ridiculously like they're so full of cursing. It's one of those movies that could never get made today, but it's one of those movies that like everybody
Unless
would.
Deadpool was in it.
Huh?
Unless Deadpool was in it.
It'd be really funny if like Deadpool, because Deadpool can move through different mediums of media. If he like got himself into Blazing Saddles somehow, that'd be hilarious. But suffice it to say, the reason Blazing Saddles worked is because everybody was in on the joke, and they were making fun of the actual like they were making fun of racism. They weren't so the punchline wasn't the race. The punchline was racism is bad, and the race and racism should be ridiculed. That was the point. I mean, obviously it's a comedy.
Yeah.
And but the why did I bring? Oh right, okay. So our uncle Chuck.
Yeah.
He told me that back in the day, Blazing Saddles had a television version.
Oh my.
But everything was like edited over, so they didn't just bleep it out. They replaced it with other things.
Oh my.
So, like they say the N-word in that movie repeatedly.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's the way they. Oh, okay.
There we go.
So they replaced that with other things, and they were. Whoa, this is different. Oh, you may pass through.
Hey, be careful. Be sure you don't drop it.
So yeah, it's.
I can't. Free me.
Oh, you are stuck. Can you attack him? Oh, okay, cool. Okay, you aren't stuck anymore.
That's my only option there. I think they might have allowed that just in case you got stuck.
Just to make sure. But yeah, and he's like, you know what? The version with the version where they changed everything is apparently much funnier, according to my Uncle Chuck. And I don't think he's one that actually particularly cares about cursing all that much. So if he says that it's funnier, then I'd have to. So I'll try to find like a. Oh, nice! Like a TV version of Blazing Saddles.
Well, I don't know. I've watched the To Kill a Mockingbird, the movie.
Yeah.
And just like.
Oh, this is far. This is far above. Like, do they say the N-word in To Kill a Mockingbird?
I think whenever they refer to a black person.
Yeah. You know what they did in.
Like even in the courtrooms. Spoilers.
Wow. Sure was a different time. But yeah, they were people were kind of up in arms because
I think I was shown that in a classroom.
oh really? How to
Yeah.
Kill a Mockingbird?
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
think we were reading it and then we watched. Oh my goodness!
Well, I mean, it's an important movie. So, so Harper, the person who wrote How to Kill a Mockingbird,
Oh right, the thing afterwards.
the thing afterwards. So so how to set a Watchmen, go set a Watchmen or something. People were all up in arms because like
Atticus,
Finch, who was basically
the
showed
best human ever.
he is a moral paragon in that time, defending a man who was falsely accused against a system that was rigged against him. He is a moral paragon. And in Go Set a Watchman, which apparently was supposedly written before How to Kill a Mockingbird, he's racist. And he is
Actually, I know a guy who named his child after Atticus Finch.
yeah, because he's
he's a good man.
we all have mythologies, and those mythologies shape the way we see the world. And Atticus Finch was one of those that we could point to and say, you know what, this is the way somebody should act morally. Because that's actually interesting. So, do you know what the difference between morals and ethics are? Once I tell you, it's gonna make sense.
I'm trying to think about which one's on a social sense and which one's on a personal. I think morals are personal.
So here's the way that I've interpreted it. Because it's one of those things that people kind of use interchangeably, morals and ethics. So what I have kind of reasoned is that morals are what is a good person? How do I emulate what a good person is?
Yeah.
And ethics is what is the harm that I'm doing? How do I keep from doing that harm?
Yeah,
I think that for me, that's the difference that has made the most sense.
Yeah, I've just never actually had to think about the difference.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's one of those things that you kind of just use interchangeably, and so that's the working definition that I've been working on. And it's yeah.
Speaking of things I haven't really had to think about, I recently commented on a guy's video about what Halo needs to not have happen on launch day for Halo Infinite, and just I guess I wasn't clear on what I meant of it needs to not be a live service, because he was like, what does it matter if there's going to be content and playlist updates constantly? And what I meant was, I don't want to have to pay like a monthly thing just to play Halo.
Or like well, yeah, I mean, you were kind of wrapping all of that into one package.
Yeah.
With where like the transactions, the microtransactions, where you have to pay for the to actually just do well.
Yeah.
You were kind of wrapping that all up, and that's the interesting thing, is that actually getting your opinions attacked is a wonderful tool for shaping better opinions.
Yeah, it really helped me clarify and get to the heart of what I intended.
Yeah, and that's kind of why that's a good thing to do. I mean, that's kind of what I've been trying to do throughout my life, and a lot of my political views have shifted over the past 10 years because of that. Let's not to get too political or anything, but let's do something a little more so that everybody can pretty much agree on.
Well, Ness is homesick now.
I
was certain that there's a way to get over homesickness without calling the mother.
There probably is. But yeah,
I'm sure I've done it.
So like Flat Earth Society, right? So in order for me to properly dissuade people who believe in the flat Earth, I have to actually know what it is they're saying, right? Because there's a YouTube video by Veritasium, an educational channel, where he talks about the things that lead to people disagreeing on the internet and continuing to disagree and not getting their point through to each other. Because what happens is we get into factions, and within these factions we debate each other, and we kind of just form what we think the other opponent's argument is, and then we just kind of tweak it tweak the wording of it so it sounds like they're the most terrible people ever. And speaking of the most terrible people ever,
Borp. For your sparkle. Athi, gork, gork, gork. There's a prophecy that a boy will destroy Master Gygus. Heck, heck, heck. You make me laugh so hard. If Master Gygus is scared of someone, it would have to be a worse than the greatest evil.
So that's kind of...
Gar, 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 gar. I'll take you down big time, so you're ready for the worst fight of your life. Get ready to feel the pain of true nausea. Grr, come on, let's go.
So, Lucius Malfoy from the Harry Potter series.
yeah. Speaking of
Worst Death Eater ever,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
I think it was the Super Carlin brothers that kind of just theorized that at first he didn't really do anything towards Harry.
mm-hmm.
And the theory is that his reasoning was, well, whoever took down the Dark Lord must be an even more powerful Dark Wizard.
Really?
And so, obviously he must be more powerful and he can help us.
So then,
And-
if that's the case, why didn't he try to actually why didn't he try to suck up to Harry then?
Well, just his son probably came back from the first year and just like, he's a goody two shoes and he's
okay.
not evil.
My father will hear about this. Yeah, that's that. Yeah,
And so Lucius Malfoy, worst Death Eater.
he is certainly the worst Death Eater.
He accomplishes nothing.
Yep.
Like he actually helps Harry destroy part of Voldemort's soul by putting it in harm's way.
Oh, really?
Yes, he was the one that put it into Ginny Weasley's cauldron.
Oh.
And so he literally aided in the destruction of his master's soul.
Wow. Goodness. The Many starts in Foresight. Okay, so I actually got past this point. I got to Foresight and then to the negative city or something.
Yeah, the
So we're
Moonside.
actually getting pretty close to where I stopped playing.
because
Oh,
you
he just
couldn't
stated
handle
nothing.
it.
But yeah, so
Wow. I escaped. Zoom. Burp. Boing. Goody. Burp.
we should probably call this episode here.
I think we're about to get out.
Are we?
Yes.
Okay. So are we gonna be able to save?
You
Oh,
want
we-
down. Ah, boing. Burp. Off. Stinky pee. Ugh.
Is that how we smell?
I guess.
Because we... Whoa. Oh, cool. Okay, so there must be a save phone here somewhere.
Let's get all the skunk off.
We're healing. Either this is us dying, or... Okay. We got all the dirty gunk off. Okay, we need to save. So this is Frakbox.
This is Omegawolf.
Have a great day.
Stay safe.